Hello. I'm really excited to be with you and tonight and talk a little bit about comfort. And I looked up comfort because I like to do that. And so when I looked up comfort, it's interesting. It says a state of physical ease and freedom from pain or constraint. Comfort and about it seems like we're not comfortable with ourselves. you know, um, that some people are have opened and are out and about, and other people are still staying at home, and it's interesting to see all of the varieties and variations in between. Um, but it seems as though there's a need for us to get comfortable with ourselves. But when I think about being comfortable with ourselves, I also think about how we need to be really uncomfortable with ourselves and about really what's going on right now and in the world, and how we're really we're not turning toward what has the most value and meaning, you know that our true kinship and our alliance, um, for our future well-being, really lies in our relationship and our kinship with one another and with the earth. And one of the things that both of my mothers and my stepfather taught me is that we're all related, and that was something that we talked about a lot. How we're all related and we're all relatives, and that there is this kinship, that we have this sacred web of life that we share. And I know that the things that have had the most meaning for me, where I've really had to be in a much deeper conversation, uh, where I've spent long periods of time in nature and listening, doing deep, deep listening. And when we do that kind of deep listening, there's some things that are required of us before we can really arrive in a place and be welcomed in a place. And when we spend a lot of time or long periods of time in nature, it's important that we do something where we ask permission. We go to that place, and we ask permission of that place and all the people that live there. And in nature, especially in the deep wilderness, um, the people are the trees. That's their home. If you're in wilderness that has trees, or if you're in the desert, then it's the stones or the fine pieces of sand. That is the tribe, the people, the village that you're visiting. And so we always ask permission before we visit, or we ask, is this a good time, or you guys have something else going on? Do you want me to come at this time and visit you? So I always think it's interesting. And one of the things that one of my mentors, my beloved mentors and teachers, taught me, Angela Sarian, is, in the Basque tradition, she says they would stop, they would do a pilgrimage um, to a place. You would do a pilgrimage, and you would uh, stop. You would stop, and you would allow the place to see you. Let the place take you in. Let it invite you and welcome you, or even decide if it wanted you there. And so, one of the things I think that we don't remember is that uh, that human beings are just one of the creatures here. Like we're just one of the many, many creatures, and there are so many other creatures, and we need to remember that they have their own language. And we haven't remembered, I don't think necessarily, that all of these different beings have their own languages, and that we can remember how to speak those languages. But first, we have to listen, right? We have to learn by listening. That's something else that was told to me a lot when I was young. Like, if you listen, you will receive everything you need. If you watch and you listen, you'll get everything. So I didn't ask a lot of questions when I was young. And I remember kind of coming into the world going, gosh, people sure ask a lot of questions, Um, But in my home and in my traditions and in the beautiful confluence of cultures that I was raised in, we were taught to listen and to notice, and that's how we would learn the things we really wanted to know, and that experience was really what was valued and is valued, because that's where we learn the most. So I was thinking about comfort. I was thinking about the languages that that we need to remember, the ancient and new languages that we need to remember, and how just to not only be thinking of our own comfort, but to be thinking of the comfort of the other beings that we share this beautiful world with, this sacred place with, and the very creatures who make the world so beautiful. Like, all of the creatures are needed, and that we're all touching each other and impacting each other, and really making and building and supporting one another's lives. So it's kind of like we're either supporting or destroying. We're either supporting or we're not supporting. And it's, there is this great truth that life wants us to participate. A life is not a life unless we're participating in our expression of our gifts and our talents, and our expression of our thoughts and our feelings, and our expression of love and care. So I was thinking about comfort, and I was also thinking about the discomfort. Like, it's kind of like we have to get comfortable with ourselves in order to get uncomfortable. The kind of uncomfortable that we need in order to make the changes that need to happen right now. And a lot of changes required of us internally. So my question would be, what is it going to take for me to be comfortable with myself, and what is the trek? How can I go into my deep interior world to discover what brings me succor, or what helps me to feel supported, cherished, and loved. Because all beings in the world, we all need that. And where's comfort really located in my body? Do I know where comfort is? Do I know where discomfort is located in my body? Do I know when I feel uncomfortable, and how come I feel uncomfortable? And can I share that I'm feeling discomfort, and how come? And have that be a way to really bridge my feelings, and to deepen my intimacy and my relationships. And if I can share my discomfort and share my feelings and be vulnerable in that way, then I will have an experience of being more vulnerable, and have an opportunity for more intimacy and connection with the people in my life, and also with all of these other creatures and beings in the world. So I think that I would ask, where is it that I most need to be comfortable in my life? And where is it that I most need to explore comfort and what that means, so that I can experience relief? And where are the places where I need to experience discomfort, and move more toward my edges, um, and express things that are risky or difficult, and really stand for what it is that I believe in. And sometimes that's, really, really painful. And other times it's just uncomfortable, or, creates a little bit of discomfort. Um, but am I willing to be with that discomfort in order to align with what I really value, and with who I really am? And today I wanted to read this poem that I love so much. It's by a woman named Janine Marie Hagen, and it's called The Return. And And so if we can go into those places of comfort and discomfort, and if we can go into nature in a way that is reverent and respectful and that invites a, a curiosity about us, not just our curiosity about where we are, but that places curiosity about who we are. You know? So how can we invite that curiosity? And how can we return with a gift in our hands? So I really love this poem. It's called The Return. Someday, if you are lucky, you return from a thunderous journey, trailing snake scales, wing fragments, and the musk of earth and moon. Eyes will examine you for signs of damage or change, and you too will wonder if your skin shows traces of fur or leaves, if thrushes have built a nest of your hair, if Andromeda burns from your eyes. Do not be surprised by prickly questions from those who barely inhabit their own fleeting lives, who barely taste their own possibility, who barely dream. If your hands are empty, treasureless, if your toes have not grown claws, if your obedient voice has not become a wild cry, a howl, you will reassure them. We warned you, they might declare. There's nothing else, no point, no meaning, no mystery at all, just this frantic waiting to die, and yet they tremble mute, afraid you've returned without sweet elixir for unspeakable thirst, without a fluent dance or holy language to teach them, without a compass bearing to a forgotten border where no one crosses without weeping for the terrible beauty of galaxies and granite and bone. They tremble, hoping your lips hold a secret, that the song your body now sings will redeem them. They tremble, hoping your lips hold the secret, that the song your body now sings will redeem them, yet they fear your secret is dangerous, shattering. And once it flies from your astonished mouth, they, like you, must disintegrate before unfolding tremulous wings. They tremble, hoping your lips hold the secret, that the song your body now sings will redeem them. Yet they fear your secret is dangerous, shattering, and once it flies from your astonished mouth, they, like you, must disintegrate before unfolding tremulous wings. The Return, Janine Marie Hagen. Janine Marie Hagen. The Return. And so I wish you that ability to walk in the truth of who you are and to find comfort in your wildness. Have a beautiful week, and I will talk with you next.